Hello, hello! I've been waiting for you. I'm Taren S, an old school Southern conjuring witch, and this is the House of Witchcraft. I hope you find empowerment, encouragement, and inspiration in all my videos. Hello, hello! Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings. So wonderful to be here. Big announcement. I did sign the contract. My second book with Moon Books Publishing, probably about a year or so. Traditional publishing typically takes about 14 months from the time you sign the contract to where I can hold it, or you can hold it in your hands. I'm just really excited, and at the same time I got all of this done. Now I have this next phase of the book, so yay! I am back to doing some other projects, and just so y'all know, little preview, the book is called Conjuring Dirt, Magic of Footprints, Crossroads, and Graveyards. It is my life's journey, so to speak, and wanting to share that with other magical practitioners, these three amazing places where you can commune with the spirits, so to speak. Today's topic is one that I'll hear a lot of folks talk about, and I know some of you novices, new witches, bright, sparkly new people in our community are like, spirit guide, where do I get one? How do I order it? Does it come with options? How come these people have one and I don't? And do I need one? And all of these things. First of all, only you know if you want a spirit guide. Not all magical practitioners work in a form of necromancy. That's what it is. When we have spirit guides, we are working with the dead most of the time. There are other spirit guides. The most common spirit guide you have is ancestral ties. When we talk ancestral ties, we are not necessarily talking blood per se, but the actual tie that the spirits have to each other. For instance, if that person took you and you were their child, that is your mother, then in spirit realm, that's still your mom, all right? And you can also repair relationships in spirit realm with your family. That's where we talk about generational family trauma. But grandma, my grandma, up here is my mother, and then off camera you can't see is another altar that is for the conjuring, the hoodoo folk that contributed to my life. I have a little dirt up there that honors them. Those are spirit guides for me. Now, we can also have other spirit guides. We can have spirit guides that have never lived in physical realm, have always been an astral realm. I feel like I got me some rocks right now. I'm sorry, witches. But in astral realms, what are those? Lesser deities, entities. A common thing is angels. There can be also spirit animals. Those are animals that have not lived in physical realm, which is different than having your previous relationship with one of your animals and you have a little of their dirt. You would have that for a protective reason, and they could be a spirit guide type. It's a relationship with an energetic form in the astral or ether realm. They are there to give you comfort, wisdom, advice. I know sometimes, like when something's getting ready to go down, I get near grandma's place and like I can feel hairs. And it's like I get a little warning where grandma's saying you need to be paying attention. That's an instance of spirit guide. You can also have spirit guides from the land itself. Please remember, every land, every area has a spirit of place. Those can be guides for you as well. This is a big subject. Can you tell, witches? All right, so we're talked about these different types of spirit guides, spirit protectors that you can encourage into your life. How do you do that? You're going to set up a small altar. These is a big altar with a lot of little spaces for different things. That's how I do it. You talk with the other practitioners and they want everything completely separate, not touching. Both are right, witch. All right? This is what makes sense to you. For me, personal, this is all my altars. Not all of them. There's still some in the other room. But different shelves, different sides denote different spaces. Little mini altars are in here. And that's how I like to do things. Set up a small, simple space. Simple space is a little offering, a little offering dish, a little something that you know was special to that individual. And potentially, let's see if I can do all of this just sitting here. There's a good chance. Light a candle and put food, libation, liquid, whatever in your offering. Or you may choose to do an offering of reading, an offering of time. A lot of times if I am spending time with my grandma, I do pull my Bible out and read it. My grandmother was a very proud Southern Baptist prayer healer. All right, she was old school, honey. She believed the laying of hands and everything else. And I know y'all like, your grandma's a witch. No, my grandma was not. My grandma, the closest that I would tell you is that she was conjure, healing, but I don't even think those are words she would have used. And I don't want to put words on her that she never put on herself. She did believe in the power of prayer. She believed that through the light of divinity, many things were possible. I too believe those things. So it's a very common thing. How we get there, very different, all right? I'm wrapped in the arms of the goddess. Grandma's wrapped in Jesus. But we both still did magic. And that's where we have to understand those synchronistic similarities, but at the same time, they're different, okay? So, I've set up a little space for I want grandma. I'm going to come feed it, spend time with it as often as feels right. All right, there are no rules that anybody can write in a book or tell you about how to have a relationship with your folks. You understand? You understand what I'm saying now? All right? That's your grandma. You know things about her. You know things she likes, things she did. You know the relationship you're seeking with her. All right? And the same thing now, if I was going to be wanting to bring in, say, wisdom and guidance from a spiritual practitioner. Behind me over here, I have a picture of, this is her space. And I typically keep my bones next to her. Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera. That's not going to work. We're going to have to find another example. I'm like, okay. But if I want to bring in, for instance, an animal spirit, I may use the bones of that animal and sit it out, all right, and sit him there. And this is, by the way, this is my chicken spirit. He's really a lot of fun for when I'm wanting to peck away at things. You get what I'm doing? All right, I'm using the characteristics of him, and I would bring him into my space, okay, for as however long as I need. Would talk about, you know, what a great chicken he was, and actually he was a really good chicken. to be honest. He was a rooster and everything. And I have these just moments where he really appreciates the fact that he's still being taken care of. You know, I will get little pieces of corn and put out for him and things like that. But I will use that spirit, the spirit of this particular animal for a working. It is completely consensual. If they don't want to work with me, I feel it and I respect it and leave. Like you saw earlier, Cecine did not want to be on camera. She was not comfortable with that idea at all. And so I back it off. This is your intuition really tuning in to what you're feeling. All right? It's that third eye, that sixth sense. Back to nobody can tell you but you how to set up these spaces. Now, when I was talking earlier, like magical practitioners, if you're wanting to honor a practitioner, you may have a picture of them. You may have a little bit of dirt that they've walked upon or that is potentially from their gravesite cemetery, a way to connect with them. You may have something they've written, something they've created, and then, you know, you feed them, you spend time with them. Of course, write it down. None of us remember. Is all I have my book where when I'm doing this, I'll write down little thoughts that may not make sense right now, but next week when I read it, I'll be like, oh, that is exactly what I needed to hear. That's exactly what I needed to remember. Somehow it always works together, all right? Spirit guides are not all witches, all practitioners have them, all right? It is something that some of us do that feel compelled to. Do not think, oh, I've got to get one because Taren has one. No, witch, this is your voice. This is you doing you. That is the most important part. You need to connect with your guides authentically, all right? You know, you can't lie to spirit folk. That's all I'm saying. They will call you on your bullshit, all right? They are there to help us, but they will call you out. That's all I'm saying, all right? Don't be thinking you can fool up on grandma. Don't be thinking you can fool up on some of these different spirits and everything else, all right? So I think I said it all that I need to say on spirit guides. If I've missed anything, of course, I'm going to tell you, leave it in the comment below. Ask me down there. Of course, you know, houseofwitchcraft.com. If you're wanting more, we do have a community, an online community of witches. If you would like to get more involved, 13 Moons, where you can work with me directly, work with other members. We're black hats in our house. And with that said, witch, I'm going to leave y'all with some words of wisdom today. And they're good ones. All right, witch. It don't matter what people call you. What matters is what you answer to. That's what I'm saying. All right. Get out there, fly them brooms, have a bright, blessed day. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W. All right, so today we have a good topic that I have no idea what it is. I have totally brain farted. All right. Oh, my little chickie friend. Oh, my little chickie friend. Oh, you did so good. You're such a good little guy, aren't you? Here we go. Here you go. Go back up here. Careful, careful. There you are. Happy, happy witch. why didn't you want to be on camera? I picked up your picture, I'm getting all ready to talk about you, and I get this big whoosh of no. I just didn't realize how antisocial you were. You're just antisocial. All right, here you go, Grandma.